Hello and welcome to Train Signal. This is Veronica Henry and you're watching Preparing for your Linux Plus certification exam. So you've completed the first half of the course and maybe even taken one certification exam already. I just want to take a minute to congratulate you. I know this is extremely challenging material and it takes a considerable amount of time and effort to dedicate to learning all of the topics. So in this lesson, we'll take a moment to go over a few things to help prepare you for the second part of the certification process. We'll provide you with an overview of the exam and the number of questions and the scoring requirements. Then I'll review again where to schedule and take your exam and discuss what you need to do if you have to retake it. Then I'll also review again a few exam tips and tell you where to obtain your certification credentials after you've passed both the exams. So as you know, CompTIA Linux Plus consists of two exams, LXO 101 and LXO 102. This section of the course is dedicated to the second exam, LXO 102. And as a review in terms of experience, CompTIA recommends that you have CompTIA A+, Network Plus, and at least 12 months of Linux administration experience. Now we have the exam objectives on the screen, but these objectives are subject to change without notice, so be sure to obtain the latest exam objectives from CompTIA's website, and it's listed there on the screen. It's comptia.org/certifications/testprep/examobjectives.aspx. The current objectives for Domain 105, Shells, Scripting, and Data Management, is 17% of the exam. Domain 106, User Interfaces and Desktops, is 8%. Domain 107, Administrative Tasks, is 20%. 108, Essential System Services, 17%. The next domain, 109, Networking Fundamentals, is currently 23% of the exam, and Domain 110, Security, is 15%. Let's cover scoring on the next slide. Scoring should look pretty familiar. It's really no different than the first exam. This is a 60-minute multiple choice and fill-in exam. You'll again have 90 minutes to complete it, and a passing score is 500 on a scale of 200 to 800. We should also note again that passing scores are set using statistical analysis and are subject to change. When you finish the exam, you'll receive a score report along with the score breakout by exam section and the passing score for the given exam. CompTIA does not publish exam passing rates because exam questions and those rates can change. There are two testing centers where you can take your certification exams. Pearson VUE, and you register with them at www.pearsonvue.com, and there's also Prometric, and you register with them at www.prometric.com/comptia/default.htm. The price for the exam is between $150 and $168. If for some reason you don't pass the exam on the first try, you can retake it immediately. However, if you don't pass the second time or any subsequent attempts, you have to wait at least 14 days before you try again. There's a couple additional notes that we should go over. If you pass the exam, you can't take it again without prior consent from CompTIA. CompTIA beta examinations can only be taken one time by each candidate. And a test result that's found to be in violation of their retake policy won't be processed. And repeat violators will be banned from participation in the CompTIA certification program. Throughout the course, we've referred to the man and/or info pages for Linux commands that you access at the command line. You use man just by typing the word man followed by the command name. I recommend that you spend additional time reviewing the man pages. As we discussed, the objectives for the exam do change from time to time, and the best way to be prepared is to know every detail, and the man pages will definitely provide them. And of course, you have all the lessons that you've completed. Use them. Review them as many times as you need to. I also suggest that you spend time on your system practicing some of the demos that we went through. This repetition is key to helping you commit the material to memory. Also, during the exam, you have the option to mark questions for later review. Doing so will ensure you have time to complete the exam. I personally went through, answered everything that I was sure of, and then went back over the tough ones later. This strategy may work for you as well. Next, let's talk about what to do after you've taken and passed the exam. After you've taken and passed both exams, the LX0 101 and LX0 102, you can request your certificate from CompTIA's website. Now, you'll need some information from your score report in order to create an account, so be sure to hang on to it. Once you log in, you just follow the instructions to verify your information and submit the request. Your certificate will come in the mail a little later, and mine didn't take more than a couple weeks. One of the great new things about the Linux Plus exam is that passing automatically qualifies you for Linux Professional Institute certification, their LPIC-1. And through their partnership with Novell, the Novell Certified Linux Administrator certification as well. At the time that you take your exam, you'll need to elect to have your test results forwarded to the Linux Professional Institute. Once they receive verification of your passing score, they will forward you an email with instructions on how to proceed and obtain your certification credentials. For the Novell CLA, you'll need to go to their website, which is practicum.novell.com/LPI2CLAform.php. Once you have access to CompTIA's website, you can download logos, but be sure to check their usage policies, as there are some restrictions on how you can display them. In this lesson, we talked about the certification exam details, like the number of questions, scoring, and pricing. Then we covered the two testing centers where you can take the exam, Pearson VUE and Prometric. We also covered the retake policy along with some exam tips. We wrapped up with what to do following the exam to obtain your hard-earned certification credentials. Thanks for watching and good luck on your test.